This is with regards to the Hong Kong fire tragedy that took place. The death toll now rises to 44. Over 300 people, remember, are still missing in the Hong Kong Tower fire tragedy. Firefighters struggle to reach the upper floors. Intense heat, thick smoke are hindering rescue operations is what we are learning at this given point. But yes, these are the latest details that we bring to you in the fire tragedy, where multiple 30-story buildings were, in fact residential buildings in that very area, were on fire yesterday itself. In the local time there, it was afternoon, but yes, this is when the fire struck the very area. And this is in Tai Po, that the visuals that we're bringing to you off at this point, the fire that struck this very residential area. And now the rescue operations are still underway. Hours later, they're still having to struggle to reach the upper floors, the upper berths in these very towers, which are almost 30-story high. Now, the intense heat generated from this very fire and the thick smoke that also clouds this very area around the residential buildings from the fire has been hindering rescue operations. While the death toll currently is at 44, it's risen to 44. The rescue operation officers there are still worried with regards to how many more will they in fact be able to recover from the very area, from the very remnants of this very building, as it now only turns into ash and rubble as we speak with each passing minute. And right now 300 people, remember, are still missing in the Hong Kong Tower fire. Right now we have Ashutosh joining us on the broadcast with more details on this. Ashutosh, very good morning to you. Let's understand where this entire tragedy stands at this point as we speak of the rescue operations, because they're still struggling to get to the upper floors, as we are understanding 30-floor high buildings which in fact caught fire, and now still 300 people seem to be missing as per the reports coming in.
Well, from the basement 5 to 6 layer of the basement up to 31st floor, all these floors are under fire. In fact, the dousing the fire operations by the firefighting department continues, and so far the number is concerned about the death toll is around 44, 300 people still missing. Now remember, even after the fire is totally under control, to bring down the temperature to zero, nearly at least from it is going to be extremely hot structure. The entire concrete building is burning. So unless that is completed, it will be difficult for the other the emergency officials to get into and then frisk all these arenas. So far, the death toll that remain 44. 3 people, in fact, have been detained by the local police. This is in terms of the investigation, that primary root cause of the fire. What we're also hearing from the sources, that around 279, the missing personnel that have been reportedly is 279, and number could be up more than 300. And the kind of flares that we are seeing, and last night when the images were surfaced, clearly it looked the tragedy. This is good. The death toll clearly gonna be way more than 44 for now. All the people can pray, but that clearly looks the scale of this fire. That probably the number of the casualty could be way higher than 44. 300 people nearly are still missing. The fire has been totally doused. The rescue operation is nearly completed, but it's gonna take at least 10 to 12 hours to at least get the temperature to normal, when the manual operations by the rescue teams,
that is when they can in fact resume with the manual operations. Right, Ashutosh, thank you for bringing us all those details.